Hey everyone, we have a few new mails to check through. The first is a mail about the General Hall. Remember that the General Hall is a feature in the Art Hall building where, as you collect sets of generals, you will receive rewards. A bit less than half of these sets are possible through free-to-play means, while the rest requires extreme luck or purchasing. This mail explains that there are 3 new collections that can be completed in the second section of the General Hall. None of these are attainable free-to-play, which also excludes most players from receiving the new art treasure that arrives with this change, the Laurel Wreath, which provides massive in-city buffs for siege machines and further widens the gap between heavy spenders and the rest. The next mail is about the new release of a wall general, Laotaro. His special skill, Mapuche Leader, increases in-city ground and mounted attack by 25% and in-city ground defense and HP by 20%. The Ascension stars of this general follow the same defensive theme, but also see the addition of siege attack. Fully ascended, Laotaro should be competitive as a primary wall general. Laotaro could potentially also be considered as an alternative assistant wall general. He's somewhat similar in style to Leonidas and can be utilized in the same way. He's an improvement over several generals out there and is certainly going to be competitive, but I don't know that he will be a game changer. It probably would have been a whole lot more interesting if that mounted attack wasn't percentage based. The final mail was the classic Evony warning to players. I always find these kind of things hilarious. At first glance, it seems like a good thing. A crackdown on cheating should be, right? The problem is that they don't care about the millions of breaches of the terms of service until they catch wind of one that dips into their piggy bank. The culture of Evony today is that of creating alt accounts coupled with the rampant usage of bots. To be honest, the blame is not on the people utilizing these services or even those that created them. It's all on the developers' poor management of the game. The game is simply designed in a way that isn't player-friendly, so players will take other means to make it easier for themselves. I'd wager up to 50% of players on older servers have been replaced entirely by automated computer programming. However, Evony is clearly disturbed by something here, so let's take a look at what it is. There have been instances of activities that are against the terms of service all players have agreed to when creating an Evony account involving account sharing and fraudulent purchases. Here's my translation of what this means. We don't like that many of you are buying resources from third parties instead of giving us more money for overpriced resources to pay for those buildings that cost hundreds of billions of resources each. Those who breach the agreed terms of service, including but not limited to account login sharing and using third-party agencies or channels for fraudulent purchases, may have immediate action taken but not limited to remove all gems, resources, and items that an account obtained from illegal third-party purchases, ban accounts including permanently blocking players from accessing Evony. Illegal, huh? That's a very serious accusation. You know, I don't quite think that these purchases are illegal. I'm not sure what laws are being broken in this case. Some of you out there better be careful though. Maybe the local police will send a SWAT team to bust through your doors announcing that you've been charged with purchasing resources in an online game through unofficial means. Evony finishes up with their classic call to the super spy network of players. At least they didn't offer rewards for accusing people again. That was quite the system they had before. Now, I'm not saying that cracking down on third-party services is bad. What I'm saying is that there are many things wrong with this game, and this should be at the bottom of the priority list. Anyway, that's all for this video. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the like button and checking out other videos on the Miser's Guide to Evony. I'll see you in the next video.